So I just took a trouser and I ran out. By the time I'm going out, I heard the boy say, "You are stabbing me. You're stabbing me." There's just confusion that entered her because I managed to push caretaker outside of his house and I got inside and I locked the door. Luckily, the caretaker family was not there. And the boy came. I could see now through the door. He came following. He came following, actually, but I could see his cut. I think the intestines were out. And he was following the girl, telling her, I think, stop following her. And he was stabbed there. So many stabs. I don't know. I hear he was stabbed like 7 times. I don't know. It was just gruesome. He was stabbed until he fell down and he passed. Now when people came there, I heard people saying, "You are Mekufa."
God is good all the time, and all the time He remains to be a good Father. Hello and welcome to the Big Testimony on this another edition with me, Brother Sammy, right here on our YouTube channel, which is Truth FM Kenya. And once again, thank you so much for your subscription. Just in case you haven't subscribed, hakikisha umefanya hivyo. Hit that notification bell so that anytime we upload a new episode, you'll be the first one to get it. And also remember, each and every Thursdays on 90.7 Truth FM, we air the Big Testimony between 8 and 10 p.m. Now, on today's episode, it's all about the story of resilience. Talk about God restoration. And there is so much that has happened into our guest's life. But today, all I can see is the transformation that God has worked within her life. And hereby, without further ado, help me invite Kiki Wesonga. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
How have you been?
I've been good. Yeah. And I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. So glad to that you have graced our today's episode, and I can't wait just to hear what God has been doing in your life. But first thing first, and maybe you can just reintroduce yourself so that tuanze sasa na hiyo story kabisa.
Okay.
Yes.
I am Kiki Wesonga. I'm married to one Apostle Daniel Wesonga, and I'm a mother of 2 kids, 2 boys. And I'm also a city planner. I work with Nairobi City County. Yes.
Wow, awesome. Now, first thing first, ningependa tuweze kuanza huko nyuma kidogo. Maybe you can share with us a little bit about your childhood background.
My childhood background?
Yes.
I was born in Nyandarua County. I was raised in the village. A village called Kirema, that is past Olkalau. Just at the base of Abadia Ridges. Actually, my father's land touches the base of Abadia Ridges there. I had just a normal village girl childhood. And I come from what people may call a humble, simple background. And one of the things that can relate to my story so much is that when I was growing up, in primary school, especially in primary school, even before, I think by the time I was joining nursery school up to class 4, I had something. My family is not that spiritual. My mom is an ECK elder, but my family is not that spiritual. So it's not that we used to have like to gather together and pray together, something like that. But I was a very committed Sunday schooler.
Okay.
And I remember since nursery school up to class 4, I used to pray every night. And I remember not anything that we were doing in our house, but I'll play silently. Even none of my siblings knew that I was playing. And these prayers I would pray. I have an elder brother who had painted to us very clear how the hell looks like. And I realized that's one place that I'll never want to go. So I had 3 prayer points that I said for over 5 years. One was, God help me never to go to hell. And I would say them 100 times. Even if I get to 99 and I confuse one number, I would repeat again. Just saying that one statement, God help me never to go to hell. Then the other statement that I'll pray, I come from a family that everybody used to top in class. I also used to top. I was not even struggling with it, but it was so precious to me. So I'll pray that God help me to be number 1. Then I'll pray that God help me that my mom and dad, they don't argue tonight. because sometimes my dad would come home very late, drunk, and that like they would argue so much, they would fight, and that was one of the things that really traumatized me as a child. So I would pray, and sometimes I would have to wait up to 2 a.m. when my dad is back and they have slept. Now that's the time I would sleep. And nobody knew that I was going through that. Actually, even my family members who hear this testimony,
yes,
sometimes they hear when I'm telling it out. Nobody knew that those were things that I was, yeah, but that's my childhood. But after Sunday school,
yes,
I was still a small girl and I had a tiny body. So there's the consecration that ECK does, that now you go through a class, then you can be open to take Holy Communion. Then from there you are not supposed to go back to Sunday school.
Okay.
But because I was a bright kid, so I managed to go to this class beyond. I was not yet 12 years. So I was still a young girl, but I was able to learn, and it's cramming a lot of all those prayers and the doctrine of ECK.
Yes.
So immediately they opened for me to take Holy Communion. I realized I cannot go back to Sunday school where I used to shine so much. And now I'm too young to join the youth group. So I felt so lost. And I think after the very first Sunday, after now the Holy Communion, then the next Sunday, that's the last time I attended church. And the next time I came to attend church, I think I've gone twice or thrice in my life after that. Then the next time now I returned to church is so many decades later, when I had gone to university, finished, worked for some years, gotten born again. I think I got born again back in 2014. That's now 2014 is when I came back to church. Well, yeah, all that period I was not going to any church. Yes.
Kindly share with us before you got born again. How was it like? Your life back in campus, and how did you grow up in terms of now getting new audience altogether?
My life in school was just a normal school life. In campus,
yes.
I think in campus there's nothing very eventful like maybe worth mentioning apart from the normal campus life. Apart from I was not going to church still. I dated as usual. I think I dated a guy in campus, the whole of campus life. And there,
yes,
in that dating relation, I started drinking. Like not, but I could taste alcohol. If there's an event or we'd go somewhere, I'll drink. But I could not call myself that I was a drunkard. It's just the occasions. Even if sometimes the whole semester goes by without an occasion, I can go without drinking. But if an occasion shows up and there is alcohol, yes. I started drinking now in campus. Yeah.
Okay. And how did the party life come along, and how did it turn around your life in terms of when you used to be a Sunday school girl, but right now the party life has come so much on you?
You see, now from Sunday school up to all these years, primary school, high school, campus, I've not gone to church. I was not even terming myself as anybody who wants to relate to church. And something happened that immediately I graduated. I think after 2 months, after graduation, yes, I got a government job, a nice job, the job that made me financially stable. And I was in a relationship. And I think now in this relationship,
yes,
we didn't have very clear goals of where we are headed or anything that we are doing, and money is flowing in, and that's the time now I got into alcoholism, because we started just drinking socially. Then it became like a habit, because I think me and the guy that I was dating, we were trying to run away from the issues that we're having in our relationship. So we indulged so much in drinking, and we had this life of like just inviting people into our house because we were cohabiting together, and just drinking. And I think the availability of money to drink, that's what really actually made it. And it got to a place back in 2012.
Yes,
I realized that this is not life that I would want. Like now, I was not even talking about alcoholism. Like the life, this is the kind of husband, because actually the people, my friends used to ask me, is this your hubby or is it a drinking partner? Because I think we didn't have a lot in common. But now when we are partying, we are having road trips all over. So I realized that this is not the kind of marriage that I would ever want to. Like it would be my future to be like this. And we parted way with the guy. And now, you see, I'm still not born again. And I still have my drinking buddies are still there, even his drinking buddies. They're still my friends. And I think that's the time now I went into a very bad downward spiral from the end of 2012 and the whole of 2013. And that's the time I drank so much. And now I am not even terming myself as, I'm not tied to anyone. And so I continued with that life of just partying, drinking, road trips. I don't think there's anywhere, any town in Kenya I've never sat down and drank. We would just take as long as the car is fueled, we just hit the road. And we just go drinking until where we get tired, we sleep there, and then maybe we continue. And yeah, that was the kind of life that I was having. But it got so bad now, even after separating with this guy. Because now I separate with him and there's really nothing, there's no structure of becoming even a better person. And at that time I got to a place that I started, I was living in an apartment. And there was a neighbor there, and I started dating the neighbor's husband, or let me say a boyfriend. They were living together. Mine was apartment number 1, and they were just one door away. They were apartment number 3. And now what happened when I started this relationship is because the other relationship that I had just broken up with, I had promised myself, I thought I had given everything possible for what a woman can give a man. And I promised myself I'll never again get into a serious relationship. If I see a guy who is serious with me, I'll run away. They were there. And I would not want any commitment after that 5-year relationship that had just broken up. So I decided within my heart that I will never have a serious relationship. I'll never commit to anyone. And that's the time, actually I had somebody commenting about the character of the guy. And I think I made a vow within myself, that's the kind of a person that I want to date, somebody who is not serious, who will not tie me down. That's the kind of a person. We have several women, I'll be one of them, and there is no attachment. There is no like responsibility or accountability. And I started dating him, and it was a very, I'll say, a very toxic relationship. Because now you see we are in the same property. The other lady had a kid. She had a kid, and it just had a lot of dramas. She would come to my house, confront me. Sometimes I'll tell the guy I don't want him. I would even boldly text the girl, come get your husband. Sometimes it reached to that level. Yes, it reached that level. And we tried, I think within that year, because the relationship ended in October, and the whole of 2013 it was continuing. I think within that year, we had broken up more than 6 times. But you see, have you ever seen a toxic relationship that you're breaking up, but you're so still tagged to each other? Sometimes we break up and then we're still together, and we'd ask ourselves, what are we really doing? There were no promises. There were not real promises in this relationship. And I knew it and he knew it. But I think both of us, I don't know what we were thinking. And now what happened, one Saturday, I remember it was 5th of October 2013, that time we had broken up. And the guy told me, I just want you to give me 1 weekend with you. then I'll never follow you again.
Uh-huh.
And he was very insistent, like the person who persistent in whatever he wants, he will just keep persisting. So I told him, just this weekend, and we just part our ways forever.
Yes.
So he came, and I remember he just came to my house very early in the morning so that the lady cannot know that he has come to my house. Maybe she thought he has gone to work. And then when we woke up, you know, I did not stop the partying life. So we were just thinking, we just take a road trip. And said, let's just take a road trip around Nairobi. We go to several clubs, just drinking, having a good time, then we come back. And as we were leaving, I found him. I love fruits. I found him eating some fruits, oranges. Now we're in my house, in the sitting room.
Okay.
And he's trying to cut using a bread knife. And I told him, no, I got him a knife. And the funny thing is, all that period, I never used to cook. I never used to do, okay, I would cook, but I never, like, I'll not prepare anything. So you know how you have kibandas and the mama mbogas, they do everything for you.
Yes.
So everybody used to make fun that the knives in my house, they are the most blunt knives. But that Friday, I had a driver. That Friday, around afternoon, I hear a knock. And I wondered who, because if somebody is coming to my house, needs to alert me. Then the driver checked and told me, the person who is here is the person who sharpens knives. And because I've never sharpened my knives in Nairobi, I said, let me sharpen them. I had bought a set of like 6-7 knives, and he sharpened them. So this comes Saturday morning, mid-morning, I find him trying to cut the orange with a bread knife. Then I come with one of the very sharp knives, and I give him. And we pick some apples and some oranges, and we start, like, now we go to the car, and we just started drinking around Nairobi. And the time we came back around, I think around 1 a.m. And we were so drunk. And the thing is, he parked, we were using my car. He parked my car in a place where I did not used to park. And I asked him, why are you parking my car there? I said, I want to send a message. And I will not park like anybody else who comes to this house.
Who did you want to send a message to?
Okay, he just said that. But that time I did not take it like anything, because we are drunk, and he was a very arrogant boy. So I did not take it like anything. And I thought he was going to his house, and he told me, no, you promised me up to Sunday. Now this is Sunday morning, because it's 1 a.m. So we just slept. Me, I'm a very light sleeper. I was drunk, but I'm a very light sleeper. And then I had some movement in my bedroom window. And I checked the watch. I think it was close to 2:37. I remember very well. Then I saw somebody's trying, I don't close my bedroom window. Somebody just trying to open the curtain. So I went there, and I saw this person, and I realized it's the lady, the other lady. Asked her, what are you doing here? She said that I've come to check so-and-so if he's here. I told her, no, he's not here. And immediately the guy said, I'm here. Wait for me. Wait for me, I'm coming, we talk. And so I got puzzled.
The lady came into the window?
Yeah, to the window.
To the window?
Yeah.
While she was still outside?
Yeah, she was still outside.
Okay, so the windows were open?
Yeah, the windows were open, but the way my bed was placed, she could not tell if there's somebody else there. So I'm the one who went to the window. And I told her, so-and-so is not here. And the guy answers and tells her, I'm here, wait for me, I'm coming to talk to you. So what I did, I went to open the door so that the guy can leave, so that I closed the door. And the girl was standing outside. And I opened the door. But the guy came and he refused to go. He just sat at the sitting room. And he gave me instructions. Go back to bed and close the door. That's what he told me.
In your own house?
In my own house. I don't know why I allowed them to have that discussion there. But now what happened, after some point, I could hear them saying, the lady was asking, why did you lie to me? Why did you lie to me? And now they were coming. I could hear them like now there's a scuffle, and they're coming. They're coming to my bedroom. And she came with one of the very sharp knives that had just been sharpened. a day before. And she came and she held me here. And she said, I'm going to kill this Njoki that you love. Njoki is actually my official name, that you love so much, so that I see what you're going to do. And she was just holding the knife on my neck. Actually, when you look at my neck, you can see I have a scar, and I did not know.
Able to make it even to the bedroom now?
Yes, my bedroom was not lockable, but also I also wanted to hear what they are talking about, but it was actually not lockable. So now she's there and she's holding me, and she's tall and she's huge. And that time I was skinny. I'm not the way I am. So, and I'm drunk, and she's holding me there, and I realized this girl is actually going to kill me. And the boy is not doing anything. He's actually now standing somewhere there. It's like he's watching something. And for a moment, I got confused. What is this?
Yes.
And then I felt power come upon me, the power that is not mine. And I believe that's my guardian angel who joined me that time. And I was able to remove this. I was able to push her away.
Yes.
And then I went to another bedroom. I had another extra bedroom, so just to dress well so that I can get out of the situation. When I went to the other bedroom, they started arguing. Now that's the time the boy held the girl. Because I remember the door. You hear the door is not locking.
Yes.
I held the door so much so that she cannot follow me.
Yes.
And she was not able to open it. And I believe I was not holding that door alone. So when I went to the other bedroom, I started seeing drops of blood. They were not even drops, they were like clots, big drops. And then I had a full-length mirror. I looked at myself and I was drenched in blood. I realized I'm so cut, like I'm deeply cut here, and my finger, actually, this finger, I could see how the veins are arranged inside. And so I just took a trouser and I ran out. By the time I'm going out, I heard the boy say, you are stabbing me. You're stabbing me. And when I opened the sitting room door and I'm going, we had a caretaker who was living inside the compound. So I was calling out his name. So I called him, and the girl was like 2 feet away from me. So I went around the house, and she was chasing me so much. There's just confusion that entered her, because I managed to push caretaker outside of his house, and I got inside and I locked the door. Luckily, the caretaker family was not there. And the boy came. I could see now through the door. He came following. He came following, actually, but I could see his cut. I think the intestines were out. And he was following the girl, telling her, I think, stop following her. And he was stabbed there. So many stabs. I don't know. I hear he was stabbed like 7 times. I don't know. It was just gruesome. He was stabbed until he fell down, and he passed. Now, when people came there, I heard people saying, "We were Mekufa." And then me, I was rushed. I was rushed to Kikuyu Hospital. That time I was living in Kino. And that's where the doctor told me the cut is very superficial. And it's something that will just Shona, and then you just put a bandage. And that was it.
Yes.
And then we went to record the statement. And then she went back to my house. She destroyed things. She cut my curtain. She cut my seat. She cut my shoes. Almost everything. She broke my phone. And even going to the hospital, wanted to use my car. But she took the key and refused.
Definitely, this was out of bitterness and
anger. Out of bitterness. So after that, when we went, we recorded the statement. I think at first she did not refuse. The reason why I was not arrested is because at first she accepted that she has killed. And I went and I recorded the statement. And how I recorded the statement, I just spoke the plain truth. You know, mostly they want to know how it happened and the murder weapon.
Yes.
And you see, the murder weapon is my knife. Now, after that, what happened, I went to live with my best friend, because I could not go back to that house again. When I went to live with my best friend, now I moved to her house that Sunday.
Yes.
The following day, I told her, I'll still go to work. You know, when you have a murder case and it's something like a love triangle, you don't seem very fit even to occupy like a public office. But I told her, I'm going to go to work.
Yes.
If this story is known and I'm told I'm not supposed to be here, then I'll leave, but I will not leave before I'm told that. Then we go and we had a meeting. And in this, and here I have a full bandage here and here. Okay. But the funny thing is, I had formed a habit for putting on trench coats and scarves. So I'm putting on my trench coat, and there's others that are full neck.
Yes.
So and I'm putting my scarf, and because I'm not a very tall woman, I would cover. Nobody knew that I had those bandages. Actually, it's only my friend. And when that day we went for a meeting.
Yes.
When we went for a meeting, we were being given some assignment. An assignment that could have taken days. Me, within 2 hours, I had finished everything. And I went to my friend and I told her something is very wrong with me. My friend told me, yeah, everything about you now is wrong. Somebody was just killed. And I told her, no, it's because of the kind of peace that I'm experiencing. I started experiencing peace that I never knew ever existed. Like, I experienced peace until I knew there's this story of the person who sang the "It is well with my soul."
Yes.
That's what I experienced. And I knew this is God. Yeah, she told me now something is wrong. Now the following day on Tuesday, the stories were all over.
Yes.
Newspaper, radios, and all that, because actually that's the time I came to realize the boy was 9 years younger than me. I think that time he was like barely 20. And so it is a lot of confusion. The story, I think the father was also very angry with the boy. He gave out the story in the Standard newspaper. There was Nation. And I remember one paper, I think Nation newspaper, they wrote Wanjiko, and everybody knew me as Kiki Wahome or Njoki, and I work in the county. And now in the paper, one paper they write Wanjiko, then the next paper they use my name Sarah. Actually I'm Sarah, but they wrote their Sarah.
Okay.
So I realized even if somebody reads this story, they won't know it's me. So when I went to the office, the officers who were working under me, they were reading that story.
Oh my.
And they were laughing and they're saying, this is like video, it's like drama. And they would not know it's actually the immediate supervisor who is involved in this. So I just looked at it and I was just continuing kawaida with everything. But I think I told my boss, I had a boss who was we were a bit close. I told her my house was broken into and I lost some things, because I knew when somebody now realizes that I have cats here and all this, what will I explain? How will I explain this?
True.
So I think on a Wednesday now, or a Thursday, I think it was on a Thursday, I was called by the officers who are recording the statements, and they told me, young girl, your case is not good. This girl has already changed her statement, and even the people, the eyewitnesses, the caretaker and the watchman that were there, they said they did not see anything. So it's your word against the girl, and the murder weapon is from your knife. It's yours. So come and maybe revise your statement, because how things are looking, this statement is not favoring you at all.
Yes.
And I remember, so they told me, I think Wednesday evening. On Thursday, I knew I'll look for somebody to bribe, because now I thought this is money versus money.
Yes.
Because I think the girl came from a well-off family.
Okay.
So what I did, I had 300,000 shillings in cash, and I said, this is what I'm going to see, who I'm going to talk to.
Okay.
But the moment I woke up, I remember I was going to make my bed. I lifted my duvet like this, and I heard the voice of the Father. This was not an angel talking to me. It was not Jesus Christ. It was not Holy Spirit. It was the Father. And he called me Kiki. He told me, Kiki, I'm God the Father, and I'm your Father. I don't want you to change your statement. I don't want you to lie. I don't want you to bribe anyone. I'm God your Father, and I'm going to protect you. And I work with the truth. Those were the wordings. And they came with so much strength.
Yes.
Actually, that time I had a driver, the same driver who was there when I was sharpening the knives. That time, I told him, you know what? I'm not going to change the statement, because people don't know who my father is. But the guy was thinking I'm talking about Mr. Wahome, because I'm even Kalewa. And then what happened?
Yes.
I just gathered my crew again. I said, let's go home. Let's go home to see my mom, because I think she had some fununu, something funny happened, but my brothers are not really telling her the story.
Yes.
We went again drinking, and we went home. And I remember one thing I told my brothers. I told them, when you hear me that I'm arrested, I don't want you to try to do anything to get me out of prison. The only thing I want you to do, come see me, because I feel so, like I'm so fully persuaded that God had all the power to prevent this from happening. Now that he allowed it, I know there is a purpose.
Yes.
I cannot tell you what the purpose is, but I could feel it. Yeah, and it happened, we visited, then the following day we were coming back to Nairobi. I think there was a solar eclipse or something, because I remember me, I actually did not drink. I did not drink that whole journey. That week I was a bit traumatized. And actually I was fearing so much to be arrested.
Yes.
And what happened, I happened to look at the skies and I asked, what is really happening? But me, I'm not seeing the cloud and the funny solar eclipse or aura or that. I was just seeing my spirit and the spirit of this man, like he's chasing me. Like, and before that event of him being killed, I would dream so many times that we are driving with him and he's trying to kill me. That's what I was seeing. And now I came back.
Yes.
And I had several people who were trying to tell me, give your life to Christ, because now, having reached here, now these are the danger signs of that you're living dangerously.
Yes.
And actually, I did not listen to them, because I told my friend, if I get born again right now, I'll be lying to God. It's because I'm scared. It's not genuine.
Yes,
it's just because I'm scared. There are some things I want God to do for me, so I will not get born again. And time went by. I even started dating another person, a married man.
Wow.
And time went by. And 7 months later, I remember it was around 10:25 p.m. I was just seated in my sitting room.
Yes.
And I heard the voice of the Holy Spirit now. And Holy Spirit told me,
yes,
give your life to Christ. It's now. And it was so urgent. So I called my best friend. My best friend had given her life to Christ like 3 months before that. And she was telling me,
yes,
get born again. But the reason why I wanted to get born again is because she told me, when you get born again, it doesn't matter what happens, you'll never go to hell, because you have the seal of the Holy Spirit. So that was the only thing that was making me to want to get born again. So I got born again. I called the bishop that I used to tithe to.
Yes.
He prayed for me. And that's how now I got born again. I got born again. I was looking for a church. I did not get a church. I was sent to Dubai for work. And on my way to airport, the Father speaks to me again. And he tells me, Kiki, I'm God the Father.
Yes.
And for you to know me, and I want you to forgive your father. Because you will never know me as a father as long as your earthly concept of fatherhood is warped. And I knew exactly what he wanted me to forgive my father on. And immediately I just texted my dad that I love him.
Yes.
And I came back. I went home. I was not, after Dubai, I went home. I did not carry so many people. I did not carry anybody actually.
Yes.
Just went with my driver. And I bought a bottle of rum. And we sat with my dad. And actually, my relationship with my dad was healed over a bottle of rum. We just drank until morning. We have never drank together. He has never even seen me drunk. But we sat there, we were just talking.
Yes.
It was not like you did this to me. It was just heart-to-heart talk. And my dad, that was 2014. I think my dad died in 2018, and from there we had a very awesome relationship. Yes.
Wow, wow. And how did the story end concerning the guy who died?
Now, the guy who died, the girl was remanded for long. And actually, even now, after having met my husband, just, I think, some 2 months to our wedding, I used to go to court together with him when we were still dating, because I was a key witness.
Yes.
And I remember, I think 2 months before the wedding, I told the father, I don't want to carry this forward anymore. I want to do away with these court cases. You know how murder cases drag?
Yes.
So I remember, I think, in February, we married in April 2017. In February, I was able to testify, and they have never summoned me again. So I've never followed up with the girl, but I know she also gave her life to Christ. By the time the guy was dying, she was pregnant. She gave birth to I think a baby girl. And I talked to her one day. I talked to her through the phone, and that's how she confessed to me. I told her I forgive you, and she told me that she forgives me, and she gave her life to Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. And how did you meet your husband, even as we were almost coming to a close on the big testimony?
Okay, how I met my husband, you see now I've gotten born again. I don't have a church. The last time I went to church is when I was in Sunday school.
Yes.
So what happened, I was trying to drive around to see where, I think the entrance of JCC is, that's the church that I'd marked, but I did not find the entrance. Then the Sundays that followed, I tried to go to where I was living. There was a Baptist in the neighborhood. That day they had postponed their Sunday service. Then the other time, that's the Sunday that I was sent to Dubai, and I went on a Sunday, came back on a Sunday, I think. So I realized that I'm still drinking. You see, I'm born again, I'm still drinking. And I would go to the pub and I would tell people I got born again because I knew it had happened. So I texted one of my relatives and I told her I gave my life to Christ. The only relative that I knew is born again in the Pentecostal way. So she told me she's not in Nairobi, but she's going to refer me to a gospel teacher. And this gospel teacher on Facebook, who will guide me what salvation is so that I can grow. And she referred to me. He was on Facebook, and that's how we met on Facebook. We planned where to meet, and the moment we met, that's the time I think the life of God was really activated in me through him. That's how we met, and that time he was just now, and he was starting church that Sunday. We met on a Monday. That Sunday, that's when he was having his first Sunday service. And we met and we talked, and it was so powerful. And I realized why are people refusing salvation? If it's the life of God that awakens in you, how can anyone reject salvation? And he invited me to church, and I had told him that I will not come. That time he told me, where are you? We had agreed that I will go to Sunday service. But then on Friday, I realized that I had some commitment. So I told him I will not go to church. No, he came. He came personally to where I was. And he told me, God is saying that for this Sunday service, you have to be there. Even if you have other commitment, just come, then you leave. And the funny thing, at work, I used to work with a lot of interns, and we used to drink with some of them together. So I started telling them, I'm opening a church. And then they would ask me, where is your church? I'll tell them, I don't even know, because, actually it's not my church. It's just a guy that I met last week. I started inviting them. But when we went to church, what happened, he said that we're going to pray for 1 hour before intercessory, 1 hour before anything else. I prayed, and then I kept quiet because there was not so much for me to pray about. When I sat, I started speaking in tongues immediately. So what I did, I just closed my mouth, and I was even afraid to pray again. Then later that night, I had so much energy within me. That night I got it from Holy Spirit, where I'm in that church, and it was nothing about me being his wife. And the rest is history.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Indeed, God changes stories. And maybe you're parting short. And now that even in the recent days, we've seen and even heard on news on matters love triangle and how it has really costed some people's life. Maybe you're just parting short to any other young person out there. It could be a lady, a young man, or even to the parents too. What is your advice to them, even as we come to a close today?
I would say one thing, me as a pastor's wife, I really do not condemn any mpango wa kando. I tell them, when you see people doing things that are out of ordinary, people are hungry for God. They are thirsting for God, and it's a vacuum within them that makes them go seeking these things. There's a vacuum within people. It's a vacuum of godhood within people that makes people think alcoholism or alcohol will fill the vacuum. Then you test it, and you find you're even more, you're in a more bad void. You go into immorality, you get it. Actually, what I tell people, when you see a person getting into these very strange behaviors, it's a God vacuum in them. And I would not, because some of these things, when you find yourself in these situations, it's not something sometimes you can control. It is like a spirit has taken over you. It is not something that you're able to control. So telling somebody who is not born again, like, stop it, don't do it, it will... it might not help. That's not the solution.
Yes.
The solution is to look at the root cause. And the root cause is that God vacuum. Is, I tell people, if you come to your house and you left your tap running, and then when you get to the house, you find that tap was running. Will you start sweeping the water first, or will you close the tap?
You close the tap.
You close the tap first.
Sure.
So closing, the thing is addressing the God issue in people. Because when the God issue is addressed, you'll find, I had tried even going for rehabs. I could not. But the moment I received Christ,
yes.
I did not even have withdrawal symptoms. How can you explain that? Because something else now, this void that I was having,
yes,
has been filled by something that is so fulfilling. So I don't come here trying to tell people that there is the only strategy is to fill the God void in people. When that is filled, that's why I tell people tell me, I'm a pastor, so hey, tell people not to put on short clothes and all that. I tell them no. Let them put until the time when that thing is healed from inside. Nobody will tell them to put long skirts that are pleated. You'll just fight because from within. Because when we try to do things from outside,
yes,
actually we are just acting salvation. Salvation is not supposed to be acted. It's supposed to be a pulsating life within you.
Yes.
That these changes come, you are not struggling. So what I'll tell people, if you are around a person who is drinking much, or a person who is into immorality, you are a side chick, you are a husband who have several women out there, one thing, look at the root cause. It's a God problem. When that is fixed, that's the only way you will be able to get out of that quagmire. Yes.
Wow. Kiki Wesonga, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And indeed, you are a living testimony, and together with the ministry that you are working in partnership also together with your husband. And I can only imagine. So, pia unaweza patana na mtu wako kwenye mtandao. You never know. Hata hapo kwenye comments. So once again, thank you so much for watching the big testimony for today. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Truth FM Kenya. And then, of course, listen in on the big testimony each and every Thursdays on 90.7 Truth FM from 8 to 10 p.m. So once again, asante sana.
Karibu.
And thank you too for watching. Till then, God bless.